Welcome to the Creation Evaluation Station. On today's episode, we are going to be evaluating this Lego Jurassic World T-Rex Dinosaur Fossil Exhibition. Before I go any further, if you're not familiar with my channel, I do in-depth reviews of models and construction kits, both new and old, mostly Lego, but sometimes other products as well. I also do reviews and discussions of other creative works such as movies, video games, and cartoons. And because they're in-depth reviews, they tend to be on the long side, so there are timestamps down below and on the red bar here, and you can use them to either skip to the parts you want to see more or just use them as bookmarks to come back to. This isn't a super big set, so I don't imagine it'll be too long, but really excited for this set because we get a dinosaur and it is a buildable dinosaur opposed to just the regular toy, although we do get a little tiny Triceratops. Alright, anyways, there is the front, there is the back, and this is the first and only Camp Cretaceous set I have. Now I might get more, but this is it for now. This is the one I'm most interested in because you get to build the dinosaur rather than just have a couple pieces you put together. But anyways, getting down to its stats, it is set number 76940. It's for ages 7 and up, has 198 pieces, and retails for $29.99 on the Lego website, and they still have it available. I don't know how long we're going to be seeing these. I don't know how the Camp Cretaceous sets are going to work, but yeah, they still have it, so you can check it out there. There'll be links down in the description to check it out on their website. You can buy it from them, or I've seen these at retail stores and stuff too. So yeah, I'm excited for this set. Let's go put it together. Here we have the contents of the box, and we've got an instruction booklet that's not too thick. It's on the larger size though. We also have 2 stickers for this set, and too bad they weren't prints. We have bag 1, bag 2, bag 3, but wait, there's more. We have a baby Triceratops that's floating loose in the box, and we have a bag T-Rex skull, or head I should say, although looking like a skull. We will release him shortly. Here we have the parts for bag 1, but before that we have our T-Rex skull has been released from its bag as well, and the baby Triceratops is in a different color than one I have already, and got some large plates, quite a few slope pieces. None of these bags really have a ton of pieces in them. Here's Owen, so that's one of our figures. More plates and tile pieces. A little bit of greenery, some claws or teeth, whichever you want to call them. Some transparent stud pieces. Yeah, there's really not much here. And the other bags are pretty light too. Here we have bag 2. We definitely have a lot of tan, off-white, white colors, getting right down to the dinosaur fossils. Pieces. No characters in this one, but some tiles and some other bits and pieces. A lot of these single stud 1x2 piece tiles. A lot of repetitive pieces in this one. Here's our last and final bag, and we have a lot more tan pieces. This is kind of fun. Feels like I'm going to literally put a fossil dinosaur together. Sort of. A lot of good hidden pieces in here. Some teethies, although I can't imagine there'd be teeth on the T-Rex since he's got a molded head. A lot of these pieces, tail ends, probably going to be ribs, probably claws for his feet, more claws. We have Darius in the set, the other figure that comes with the set. Everybody is accounted for. And that's that. Let's go finish this. Here are our leftover pieces. Really not much here. And for what was it, $40 set? That's really surprising. It almost feels like a 4+ set, although even 4+ sets don't exactly have these leftover pieces. But yeah, there really isn't much here. There's enough to make a nice little like bone dagger with that lightsaber and the claw. Here we have our cast of characters for this set, and it's really nice seeing. He's probably my favorite character because he's very much like me. But this is Darius here, from the Cretaceous Camp series that was on Netflix, and of course everybody knows Owen. Even though he's not even in Cretaceous Camp, he's like in all the sets, just the same. Go figure. I don't know what to say to that. But yeah, he's in all the sets. And then we have our little baby Triceratops here, which I don't know why yeah, I call her she. But she's in this set, considering it's supposed to be in a museum exhibit, and you wouldn't want to alive, even if it's just a baby dinosaur in the exhibit, unless they had some kind of pen for her, which they don't in this set. But Darius here. Let's take off the hard pieces and look at everything. It's a really nice print here. It is very much unique to him, especially considering it has his little claw necklace there, or tooth necklace. Now you could definitely use this for a random character that you wanted to make, but it's definitely iconic to him to some extent. Owen looks good there. He's got some metallic print on his torso. Too bad. This piece is, got its usual opacity issues. I don't have any really here with him, but you got a bright yellow base to the plastic, so not to mention he's got dark skin, so if they actually showed skin, it'd be, you could still have bleeding issues even if it's dark like that. And here's our little Triceratops baby. He's cute. I like the tile. It makes this nice and smooth. I think the other one, they put a stud piece in instead, which, I don't know, this is really nice and smooth. I like that with the tile there. And there's the print on his side. It's pretty much the same on the other side. His stubby little tail. And here's the backs for our two characters. They both have two faces for once, and they're Mr. Grimace there, and his scaredy face. The print for the torsos look good. Nice clothing effects. I like how they use kind of an orange for the wrinkles rather than, you know, like a black or something like they would do for darker clothes. That's a nice touch there. No molding on the legs that I can see. No print on the legs. Oh, except for Owen. So dark at times I miss it. But yeah, they're both pretty good figures. Owen's got his usual issues. Got everything put together here. Hanging out. We've already talked about all our figure characters and our little dino here. So we'll be looking at our bigger pieces, bigger parts of the set anyways. I do want to say that there are 2 stickers, and one of the stickers goes here on this education board thing, and the other sticker goes on the plaque below the T-Rex. I wish those had been prints, since they're kind of key pieces, but I probably still won't put the stickers on them. That's up to you, but they really look good with the stickers as well, especially makes this make more sense. But I'm going to talk about the individual things. First, we'll start with that little board. Now, there's not a lot here, but it's really kind of a cute cart. It's a cart. You've got kind of this handle going on it. I think it's supposed to be a handle. I mean, one could say it is also a pointing stick for when you are teaching a class or something. And we got this lovely little spotlight here that be on the egg. I don't think this is supposed to be an actual incubating dino egg. This isn't a heat lamp. It's just meant to be a spotlight to show it off. And, you know, got some fauna. You got a tooth here. It's a cute little thing, and it does not have wheels on the bottom. Well, what they did was use like these wheel hubs. I mean, wheels can go into these if you really wanted to, but they just use these rounded pieces, so it's, you know, easy to drag along, even though it doesn't actually roll, as long as you have a smooth surface. And I thought that was clever, even though realistically, if this was a real large, real object, you would have wheels. But I think this works just fine. And let's roll that out of here and talk about the display. Now, display actually comes in 2 parts. Oops, not quite where I wanted yet. Display actually comes in 2 parts. There's got the T-Rex skeleton up here, and then you have the base, and they're actually separate because the T-Rex can easily pop off because it's only held on by 1 stud on each foot. The base is really nice looking. It's serviceable. It gets what it needs done. I said there should be a sticker here. It's basic, but it's nice. Now, the reason why this comes off so easy is because the T-Rex is posable and can be played with. And that's really nice. And this is one reason why I like this set, because we actually have a buildable dinosaur. Yes, it's a skeleton, but it's still playable. It's got fully flexible tail here. Goes, well, not fully flexible, but it goes up and down. I actually wish they had a hinge going the other way, like side to side, because that's more realistic how their tails work. They didn't go like this and wag their tails up and down. They were more side to side movement. And we got hip action here. We do not have knees action. This knee, bent knee, is a permanent fixture, but there is an ankle bend as well. So you can, you know, make it more upright if you want, like so. More traditional. I say traditional because it's actually most likely it is inaccurate. It is. He was a balanced being and walked like this. His arms move. And as you saw, his neck moves. And he's got that good old T-Rex chomp. Now, he isn't like perfectly posable, like the actual T-Rex figure, but I think he's passable and still fun. And you could have your own night at the museum thing going on here with this. which is kind of funny. I don't know if that's what they had in mind when they made this set. I wouldn't surprise me. They don't have license for Night at the Museum, but you know, it's easy to reference. I like this, the T-Rex skull, even though it's actually not the skull, it's the full-on head, but they darkened in a lot of the spots where you would have cavities and stuff, although it's certainly not perfect. It's much more robust than the actual creature's skull. But it's interesting because this also shows how well they made the original skull, or the original figure, how accurate, well, semi-accurate that they made it. You know, you got the nasal area and stuff like that. And there's indents here that's in the actual mold, and then they just darken them in. The same with the eye sockets and stuff. Of course, eye sockets, of course. But he's really nice looking. And if you're wondering about the darker pieces, why they chose black and didn't do like white and stuff, that's kind of a thing, you know, that they did that is sort of representative of what they do in museums as well. They want to highlight the bones. They don't want you to see all the supports and everything else that are holding the bones together. So yeah, you would make it black, and if you were in the actual museum, we're in a great big giant light box, which is very bright, but you would be in a museum, and the lights would be down lower, except for spotlights that would be on the skeleton. So you would be highlighting them and seeing them much more than you would be seeing the black. The black would like blend in and stuff to the background. So that's why they used black there. It's a way of trying to hide the support pieces and stuff that would not actually exist on the skeleton. So yeah, let's head back to the desk and give this a final eval. And we're back here at the desk to get this final eval, but first, overall thoughts. Well, I really like this set. It isn't your typical Jurassic Park set. For one, we have a dead dinosaur instead of a living dinosaur, but you can play with it like it's a real dinosaur. It's kind of fun. Yeah, I just really like this set, and you get to build it, opposed to, you know, here's basically a toy dinosaur. This was much more fun to build. Now, it went together really quick, which talk more about that a little bit later. But overall I like this set. It's got a baby Triceratops in it. What's not liked about that? The cute little guys, and one of my favorite characters from the Cretaceous Camp series, and you know, it's got Owen. But yeah, so, and this is really cute. I like the little studio or teaching area, whatever, educational area, what you want to call it. But getting down to the final eval, actual scoring on this. As far as appearance is going to go, there's nothing bad here. Doesn't look bad at all. You would think the skeleton would look worse, but it really doesn't. It looks pretty convincing, even if it's not super accurate. And we're giving this set a 10 for appearance, straight up. Now, as far as function, everything works fine. There's nothing super amazing. My only little nitpick was the tail. And I don't know if I've really taken a point off for it, but there's also really nothing super amazingly functionality about this. And I ended up just giving it a 9. I mean, the legs pose, the arms move, the jaws works like all the T-Rex heads. Nothing amazing there, so yeah. Now, fun. Okay, there's a lot to have fun here. You know, you can pretend you're at the museum and looking at the dinosaurs. And kids might actually like that, since that's more like a realistic activity, since they can't actually go to a park with living dinosaurs. Plus, if they're familiar with the characters, you know, they're going to have fun with them. Yeah, so on top of that, they made the skeleton posable, so it is more playable. It's detachable from the base. So you can have stomp around and have an undead dinosaur walking around and stuff. As I mentioned before, very Night of the Museum-esque for this. And if they're seen those movies, which those were pretty good movies, they're good family movies too. They're gonna like playing with this as well. So I gave fun a 10. Really no complaints about not having fun with this. It was fun to build too. Now, as far as techniques, there's nothing bad here. There's nothing amazingly awesome here. I mean, the build for this is pretty straightforward. No super fancy techniques. I mean, they did some little neat things to get things to look how they wanted to look them. How they wanted to look. Talking in riddles today. And as far as technique, because it's just kind of in the middle, there's nothing amazing here, I ended up giving it a 9. So, yeah. With all that, we add up all those scores. We get 38 divided by 4, and it comes to a 9.5. Now, moving into price, this is where things kind of don't smell good, because this is a $29.99 set, $30. What does it look like to you? To me, it looked like a $20 set, and even felt like a $20 set putting it together, because like I said, it came together really quick. There were 3 full bags, except they weren't very full bags. There were 3 bags. And yeah, so they could have easily brought it down to 2 bags. Not that I think they judged the price by the number of bags or anything, but this feels more like a $20 set. And when you do the math, it comes to 15 cents per piece. Oh, yeah, it's $29.99, and it's 198 pieces, almost 200 pieces. That's 15 cents per piece. That's rather a lot, even though you do get a couple large pieces like the skull, the little triceratops, and a couple other, like the base one plate there, but it's really expensive for what you get here, I feel. So I mean, it's a good set, it's a fun set, that brings up your value. And I ended up giving it a P for a pass. I really wish it was $20 and not $30. You know, $25's okay, but the $20 is its sweet spot. So that brings our final eval score to a 9.5 P. I really like this set, but the price is a little on the owie side. So I don't know. I'm disappointed in it because of that. What do you guys think of this? It's definitely a very unique Jurassic World set. I'm still happy I got it and put it together because it was a lot of fun. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, of course. And if you like what you see here overall, hit that subscribe button and the notification button so you can get notifications when the new videos come out. Getting closer to that 75 subscriptions. I think I'm almost to 70 actually. So yeah, your subscription is greatly appreciated. Also, though, if you want notifications, I also suggest checking out my links to Facebook and Twitter, and follow me on there, because YouTube can sometimes be really delayed with the notifications, like several days later. It's kind of odd. I don't know why they do that, but there are those options as well. There's also a Patreon link down below that isn't active yet, so you can kind of ignore that for now. So that's it for me here at the Creation Evaluation Station, reminding you that creativity is key.